Alex, I care about this country, but I just don't think enough people want to be free. And he said, besides, I have reporters, people asking me with no evidence about, were you in California or Nevada dancing on a table last year drunk? And Alex, I don't drink because I have to take blood thinner because of my blood clots I've had from wrestling accidents. When Jesse flies, he has to put on these things on his legs so he doesn't get blood clots. Back when I'd fly with him, I'd see him, adjusting them or whatever. I mean, this is a serious medical issue. And he doesn't fly, but there they are in the news saying Jesse Ventura at an airport, running to the airport, road raging. That was a fake report. And I'm already digressing off into this. It's just that he talked about how they would probably try to plant fake stories on him. And so now it's kind of started, and because he did talk to the libertarians and others and was considering trying to get the libertarian nomination. And it just looks like that the system now wants to try to discredit him. And I don't know once we get him on the show or once he says something about this, if the guy really did sucker punch him and then run away. But what I know Jesse didn't say, and what Tyrell says there's no way his father would say, because I've talked to Jesse off air before. I've seen him in person. He got very upset when that helicopter blew up with the SEAL Team 6 on it. He gets very upset, and teary-eyed during the national anthem and stuff. I mean, he's really into being patriotic. That's why he gets so freaked out by all this. And the way this is all scripted, where he's on this show, and a caller claims you knocked out Jesse Ventura. And he's like, oh, yes. And then it looks like it's all scripted when you watch it. And he's looking down when he's talking about it. And then he goes on Fox News with Bill O'Reilly, and it's all brought up. And, he goes through all of this and says, yes, Jesse Ventura, we say the family is here of the Navy SEALs killed in Iraq. And Ventura's like, good, they need to die. I mean, it's just amazing. And then I went and did some research and found out he was there for an award ceremony. He was there in 2006. He did go to that bar. There's people talking about photos they took with him, sign deals, how some of Jesse's family was there. And I called Ty. He goes, yeah, I wasn't there, but I know about him going. The family would have said something about this. I've never heard of that. Somebody punching him and then, knocking him back and then didn't knock him out, but then running away. But he goes, I know my dad didn't say, SEALs deserve to die. I know that's not true. And so, again, they're now got headlines everywhere. Navy SEAL knocks out truther Ventura. And then I find out this guy is involved as a liaison to a group run by Dick Cheney and Richard Pearl. And I've got all the research right here. It's mind-blowing. It's on the guy's Wikipedia page, too, with links to it. And that he gets all these awards, and that he's liaisoning now basically the training of U.S. police. And it looks like he might be basically an Israeli front to train the police. Because it's been in the news, the Israelis are training police, and it's like a foreign government's training our police to fight domestic insurgents. And he heads up a group for, quote, diplomatic security, level security, and sniper training for the military and police. And he's tied in with all these groups, and then he's got this top publisher coming out, and the way they're going to promote the book and sell him as the new hero guy that'll come in and tell our cops to get ready to fight the militias, basically, is this gung-ho Navy SEAL with the record number of kills. And then you find out it's Fallujah and other turkey shoots where people dare rise up to occupation when the contractors were abusing them, we now know. And it's turkey shoots. And then I researched, and he's bragging about turkey shoots, about shooting a woman, and they're savages, and he doesn't like folks that try to create fear. Then I got quotes about how he loves instilling fear, and he wears skull hats and black uniforms. I mean, they're setting him up as the guy to be the Judas goat, I guess, to teach us that martial law is loving and good under NDAA. And he's going after Ventura.
Big Berkey water filters are in high demand. Storable foods are also in high demand. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has always kept our focus on the Berkey water filter products. But increasingly, our customers have been asking for storable foods. After months of research, BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com now offers great tasting, long-lasting, storable foods. These ready-to-eat meals are packed in airtight nitrogen pouches. All you do is just add water. And because they're sealed so well, they come with a 25-year shelf life. Combine our Berkey water filters, which are powerful enough to purify treated, untreated, or even stagnant pond water with our storable foods, and you have a winning combination. Remember, we offer free shipping on every order over $50, and GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com or call 877-99-BERKEY. That's BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com or call 877-99-BERKEY today.
Iodine protection packs from hempusa.org are now in stock for immediate delivery worldwide. Our iodine protection packs include microplant powder, green life kelp, red palm oil, and our clear roll-on iodine that will feed the body the iodine it needs. All iodine protection packs are in stock, save you money, and ship for free in all 50 states. Visit hempusa.org or call 908-691-2608 today.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit, then carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Hi, Ted Anderson. I'm placing a silver dollar in a book explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the Arctic Circle? Did you know that in a real meltdown, non-hybrid seeds can become more valuable than silver or gold? It's true, seeds have outperformed even gold and silver before in this country, and it's possible that could even happen again. So our friends at Solutions from Science have put together the perfect mix of non-hybrid seeds. They call it a survival seed bank, and it can produce an endless supply of nutrient-dense food for you and your family. And here's the best part. These seeds have not been genetically modified in any way, and you actually get enough seeds to plant a full-acre crisis garden. So visit them today at survivalseedbank.com. That's survivalseedbank.com, or give them a call at 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Remember, in a real crisis, non-hybrid seeds are the ultimate barter item. This is Alex Jones for survivalseedbank.com.
Hi, I'm Mark Craighead, founder of Crossbreed Holsters. I designed our top-selling holster, the Super Tuck Deluxe, to solve the problems of being poked, pinched, and gouged while carrying concealed. The Super Tuck Deluxe is the most comfortable, most concealable holster on the market today. We offer a 2-week free trial and a lifetime warranty.
Visit us at crossbreedholsters.com. Don't forget, crossbreedholsters.com. In a coming-apart world, you need something to keep it tied together. That something is Atwood Rope, the highest quality rope made in the USA, from exotic braids for military, rescue, arborists, shipyards, tow line, or boating. Quality rope at affordable prices you and your customers can depend on. Find a dealer or shop online at atwoodrope.net. Enter promo code RADIO to receive 100 feet of 550 paracord free with purchase. Atwood Rope, working to keep the world tied together.
More into the Ventura story later. His son is up in Minnesota doing jury duty, and he gets out at noon Central, so he should be calling into the show a little bit after that. So Tyrell can respond for his father. He doesn't even know if this is true. It's just some guy getting awards from Dick Cheney and Richard Pearl, and who is helping train our law enforcement to deal with domestic threats. And runs a mercenary security firm, is now going to sell his book under the promotion of trying to defame Jesse Ventura and say that he looked at the family and said, I think the SEALs need to die. It's just, and I've seen so many of these dirty tricks come out of the same people. It was the New York Post reporter back with Jeremy Tallis, and they went ahead and went to court 5 years ago. 4.5 years ago, went to court, and they called the Secret Service, and the Secret Service wouldn't lie. The New York police did lie on the stand. They're there to cover Mrs. Bush giving a speech, the president's wife. They're outside of Barnes & Noble. They're out there in front of the police. They've got their cameras. And a guy runs up with his daughter in a wheelchair and starts ramming it into the We Are Change people, saying, don't attack my daughter. Don't attack my daughter. And they're just standing there. And later it showed, the security camera stuff showed that. All you see is him with the camera, and they're running up into him. He's like, hey, don't do that. What are you doing? Stop it. So even their video shows it. And it was on the news. Truther attacks disabled girl in wheelchair. Like the worst thing they can think up is sitting around going, we'll set these guys up. We'll have our New York Post people there. They'll run with it. New York Post had to do a retraction, by the way, when the trial happened, and the Secret Service agent got up and said, well, I'm not going to lie. They were ramming into them. They didn't do anything. And boy, that judge got upset talking to Luke and others that were in there. There's no footage of it. And they would have the girl come in the wheelchair with like a big teddy bear in her lap and try to, they could do something like this to me, folks. They could, have somebody in a wheelchair as I'm walking down the street just to run into me and say I'm attacking children in wheelchairs. I mean, this is what they'll do. So they're sitting there and they go, what do we come up with? Well, we'll have Jesse Ventura says it's good the SEALs are dying. And then he punches him and then runs away. Because, see, they know there's not going to be any report of it. So the guy says, oh, and then I ran away. Right as his book comes out, and he runs a Merck firm. And he's getting weird, creepy awards from, I'm going to pull up the documents. I pulled them up last night and forgot to IM to the guys. Did a bunch of research. But I've got some of it here. It's just mind-blowing to see this happen. But, and again, Ventura's out of the country. So we can't get a hold of him. They sure launched this right the perfect day, didn't they? Right as he left the United States and out of pocket. But who knows? I mean, maybe they did get in an argument. Maybe the guy did punch Ventura and then run off. I mean, maybe that happened. Maybe, Ty says it's impossible. His dad wouldn't say that. I know him, and he wouldn't act like that. But maybe, maybe Easter bunnies are real. Maybe there are pots of gold at the end of rainbows and leprechauns. Maybe there are mermaids. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't say 100% that this guy's lying. And again, I don't usually get into soap opera type issues like this, but this is such a illustration of what's happened to our society. And then you look at all the stuff that this guy's into, it is just crazy. And then I've got all these articles about how they're watching the kids at home. The schools are over their laptops. Beyond 1984, just public, back in the news. And government to issue bracelets to children to track you even when you're at home. That's mainstream news today. I'm going to be covering checkpoints popping up where the government has machine guns and searches people and checks their IDs. In Tennessee and Florida, again, this week, they're popping up, and Michigan. I mean, imagine you're just walking down the street or driving or going in a building, and there's guys in full body armor with German Shepherds lining you up and frisking you and checking your IDs, bugging their eyes out at you. And I've got the footage of this all over the country. You pull up, and there's state police under federal command, all, in a rock-ready stance, shaking with fury like they're about to climb in the ring and fight some 900-pound goblin. I mean, it's like they've been under mind control or something. They see a station wagon with a family pull up, and they act like it's like mind control. I don't know how I get out of this nightmare, how this ends, where we just try to go report stuff, and there's a guy with a wheelchair ramming it in, going, stop assaulting, stop assaulting. And then you learn the guy's all hooked up with George W. Bush and New York City and the government and government contracts.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones. I'm looking for people that have the wisdom to spot savings, opportunity, and recognize risk. Saving means to make money. The Cal-Ben Pure Soap Company can save you thousands of dollars and give you good old-fashioned real soaps that are triple concentrated and twice as good as what you're using now. Soaps made from vegetable and coconut oils that contain no useless dyes, perfumes, deodorants, or antibacterials. Your risk is the hundreds of hazardous toxic detergents that give you rashes, itching sores, and deteriorating clothing called lint. If you want something better, if you want something you've never had before, you have to do something you've never done before. Getting a free catalog is easy by calling 800-340